Why are people so worried about Blackpink Lisa's phone case? But are Ateez animated characters too similar to Stray Kids animated characters? Jessi leaves more vision, and Enhypen Jake's Sasaeng situation, and so much more in today's episode of Totally Legit K-pop News with me, Angelina. So if you're interested, please keep on watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. As always, resources as well as everything we talk about today is going to be linked below. But without further ado, let's get into today's news. It has got to be a slow news day today because Blackpink's Lisa is in the news for her phone case. In a now deleted, cropped, and re-uploaded photo, people are speculating that she's hiding a couple items. So this is apparently the original photo that was deleted by a YGX dancer. Not really anything to notice, right? Wrong! If I know anything about K-pop stans is that they are observant as hell. So when Lisa posted this picture to her own Instagram account, people noticed that the initials on the phone case were cropped out. This is always a case of when you delete something and re-upload it in a cropped version, people are going to notice what exactly you cropped out. Now, of course, surely people would have noticed something in the first place, but when you delete the picture, crop it, and re-upload it, it brings even more attention than I think there would have been in the first place. Who was it recently who uploaded a picture? You could see the vape in the picture, so they deleted it but cropped out the vape and then re-uploaded the picture, which brings even more attention to the vape, even though you would have seen the vape in the first place. But it's just the act of re-uploading the picture cropped that brings even more attention to it. Do you know what I mean? Not that Lisa uploaded the picture originally, but there is an uncropped version of the picture that exists, hence bringing even more attention to the initials on the phone case. So it seems that the initials spell out FA. Some people are kind of arguing that you can't really see what it spells out. Maybe it says RA, maybe it says RM. No, not RM. Nobody said RM. Nobody's alleging that. I was just naming random letters and that came to my spirit, but that's a can of worms I do not want to open up. But a lot of people think that FA stands for Frédéric I was going to say Arsenault. I think that's like football. People think that FA stands for Frédéric Arnault, which is her alleged boyfriend. They have been pictured together multiple times. People kind of assume that they're together, that they are boyfriend and girlfriend. As it says here, in the uncropped photos, the case on the phone Blackpink's Lisa is holding appears to show the initials FA, leading some netizens to speculate that it stands for the LVMH watches CEO Frédéric Arnault, who is rumored to be dating Lisa. Like I said, it's probably a very slow news day, but we even had the phone case company comment on the situation as well. So it seems that these phone cases in particular were created by the leather accessory shop Maison de Sabre, and Blackpink has been seen carrying these cases on multiple occasions. Okay, but in this picture in particular, it's really interesting because I've definitely seen some people zoom in really closely, with some people showing this as proof that there was never an FA on her phone case, and others saying you can clearly see that she edited it out. But let's zoom in a little bit and you can let me know what you think about that. But here we see Jennie with the case as well, with a J on it. There's even this TikTok by the company showing each case that each Blackpink member uses. There's even this TikTok that shows Frédéric Arnault with a phone case, but there's a heart emoji over the phone case where there might be some initials. Some speculating LM, but there's really no way to know in this instance. Some netizens have pointed out that the phone case in the recent now deleted photo of Lisa may not be hers, and others have noted that the photo isn't clear enough to determine if the initials are actually FA. I've seen the pictures kind of up close, and it does seem pretty clearly FA to me. Like, to me, this clearly seems like an FA, but maybe she took somebody else's phone. Maybe she gifted this phone to somebody else. The possibilities are truly endless. Let's think of what else FA could stand for. I saw a tweet that literally said Lisa and her flight attendant era or something like that. But the brand themselves recently posted a TikTok where somebody asked them, please spill the letters on her case, referring to the initials. Like, what are the initials? Tell us what you know. And they basically said, we don't know. She purchased this case personally. So that's our Lisa news of the day. Of course, she recently performed in Paris at a charity event. People have been talking about how she looked like a trophy. Some loved the outfit, some didn't love the outfit. We'll talk about that a little bit later in our TikTok segment. But let me know in the comments what you think. Also, give me alternatives for what you think FA could stand for. Ateez have their own new characters representing each member, these kind of animated characters. Let's take a little look. We have Jungrami, which is for Hongjung, of course. Then we have Tongpyeori for Seonghwa, Chudongi for Yuno, Haetmongi for Yeosang, Santoki for San, Pyeongming for Mingi, Uyeonyang, That's a mouthful. Uyongyang for Uyong. And of course, Dongbear for Dongho. So these are the Ateez characters named Ateez, or I want to say Ateez, but they're like animals and Ateez, so Ateez. Now, one of the major crimes I would say within all of this is none of them is a parrot. None of them is a parrot. How are we supposed to build this pirate lore with no parrots? Moving on. Now, of course, this is nothing new in K-pop. There has always been, not always, but it has been quite common for K-pop groups to have these animated characters that represent each member. BAP had their Matoki characters who each represented a member. BTS have their own characters. ITZY have their own characters. And so do Stray Kids. Now, why is this important? Well, it seems that some fans think that these Ateez characters resemble a little bit too much Stray Kids characters for SKZOOs or SKZOO. Not sure about the pronunciation, but that first one felt really right and fun. KQ Entertainment is accused of plagiarizing Stray Kids merch, leading to debate. I just know Korea Boo understands the fans, because when I see plagiarism accusations, they always say the company, right? Because they know fans are gonna give the backlash, like, it's not Ateez, it's the company, blame the company. I just know, I feel it in my soul. So a little bit of history for SKZOO. After God's Menu was released in 2021, JYP Entertainment released a music video featuring cartoon characters. These characters, called SKZOO, were designated to each member based on their characteristics. How do you pronounce SKZOO though? I'm really curious. SKZ and Zoo. SKZOO. SKZOO. I think it's SKZOO, but SKZOO is admittedly really fun. Let's actually take a look at their individual characters. So we have Wolf-chan here, Ibit, Teki, Jiniret, Hankoka, Bokari, Puppy M, Foxelni. Foxelni? Huh? Anyways, since then, SKZOO have become the official mascots of the group, with multiple merchandise items featuring the characters being released, including different sized plushies. I'm not gonna lie, the whole, characters representing each member thing is not super my thing. I really loved it back in the day with BAP, but to be honest, they do kind of all look the same to me, like all of them. Like, I've seen Stray Kids animal plushies and thought they were BTS animal plushies, and it's just the lack of knowing the individual characters. I'm sure if you know the Stray Kids plushies, obviously you would be able to tell the difference. But I mean, the idea in and of itself are all quite similar. We're all having like similar animation styles. For example, even these mini Ive characters, I feel like a lot of these do end up looking quite similar. Then here's a side-by-side comparison of Ateez with SKZOO. We have the ducks. What is that? What is it? Oh my god, someone is gonna crucify me in the comments. It's a duck. I don't know. A chick. And then a little puppy. So I'd love to know what you think. But we do have a little bit of a compilation here of other groups who have done the plushie thing or the animated character thing as well. So I have Zoo PM dolls. JYP just love the JYP. That's all I'm gonna say. So these are the members of 2PM, Zoo PM, really cute. Then we have this tweet. BFR, every single K-pop group has their designed animal plushies. No one is copying your effing group. These are the BTS characters. Twinsy. I don't know who this is, but let me know in the comments. And Ive as well. Lucky for me, I actually asked you guys on my community tab what you thought of these similarities, so let's take a look at the comments. Vanessa commented, I think they're adorable. You can see the inspiration, but Stray Kids doesn't own cartoon animal characters. They only own the specific SKZOOs. I mean, there's only so many animals to do. A lot of groups' little characters look similar. I definitely agree with that. As this day, I don't see the issue. Yeah, the colors are similar, but I only really see that the two of the characters actually remind me of SKZOO. I mean, so many groups have animal counterparts or characters that represent them, so I see no issue. They're really cute, and it's fun to have characters to represent each member. I'm excited to see what they do with the characters Stray Kids Ateez. I don't think it's a new concept exclusive to Stray Kids. Similar, yes, but Stray Kids aren't the only ones to have cute animals associated with each member. I do think Stray Kids have taken major ownership of the concept though. Oh my god. That's never happened before. I was gonna say no one ever messages me, but it was a marketing email. But SKZ aren't the only ones to have cute animals associated with each member. I do think Stray Kids have taken major ownership of the concept though, as they've done videos dressed as the SKZ characters. I've never seen, have I seen that before? Is that where the Stray Kids what's the word? Oh my god. Furry memes always come from? Is that why the fandom is so, those fandoms are so closely tied? I wonder. I'm not trying to start anything. It's just from what I've seen on TikTok. Don't come for me. I mean, yeah, because they're all based on actual animals. Therefore, Stray Kids don't own the concept. I think it's adorable how K-pop groups do this. It looks like Stray Kids and IVE plushies. But they really look like the animation versions of SK Zoos though. It's not about the whole animal concept, it's about how similar the characters look, but it's not that huge of a deal to be honest. However, if it was the opposite and SK Zoos were released later, we would see Ateez fans yelling plagiarism everywhere. I legit thought it's gonna be a FNAF by seeing the poster. I still don't know what that is. Like, you guys tell me what it is, but like I've never like seen it in real life. Like, I see people constantly mentioning Five Nights at Freddy's, mentioned constantly, but I've never actually seen like a still image or a clip of it. Like, I don't get it. Sure, there are similarities, but Ateez's characters are different enough that they're clearly distinguishable from SK Zoo in my opinion. Besides, a lot of groups have representative animals, so to say the animal character concept should be limited to just one group is unrealistic. Animal concept is not new, but the character design is so similar. They're very similar, yes, but so cute. So of course, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. After all the rumors that Jessi and Jay Park had beef and they were considering ending their exclusive contracts together, and even Jessi and Jay Park coming out and being like, all is good between us, don't worry about it, we have an official statement from More Vision saying that Jessi is leaving the company. So this comes 9 months after she signed a contract with More Vision, and again after all those rumors that they seemingly dispelled in their own Instagram posts. Jessi parts way with Jay Park's agency More Vision, so here is their statement. Hello, this is More Vision. We inform you that as of January 31, 2024, More Vision and Jessi have mutually concluded to terminate the exclusive management contract. More Vision will wholeheartedly continue to support Jessi's endeavors, and we truly appreciate your unwavering interest and support for Jessi's future. Thank you. So if you guys don't remember, it wasn't even that long ago. It was really just a month ago, actually, back in December. There was a rumor going around that there was some beef between Jay Park and Jessi and that she wanted to leave her company, and it was kind of painting Jessi in a bad light, that she's constantly switching companies, that she doesn't work very well with others. But they dispelled those rumors. They posted on their Instagram stories. On the afternoon of December 6th, media outlets reported that Jessi's agency, More Vision, headed by Jay Park, recently notified Jessi of its intention to terminate their exclusive contract and that both parties are discussing the matter, which interestingly, More Vision commented on that saying, "We're checking the facts." Well, I feel like you either know or you don't know that, but then afterwards, here are the stories that were posted. Me and Jessica, oh good, no need to worry. There's no such thing as Discord. And then Jessi had posted this, just arrived in New York and woke up to this nonsense. Y'all need to get a life for real. We all good over here. Happy holidays, guys. In all technicality, did they lie? I don't know. People are saying that they lied, but as far as I remember, the rumor was that there was Discord between them and that they were not going to move forward with their contract, which half of that ended up being true. So I guess, like, you know, they didn't lie about being good. Maybe they're totally fine. Maybe there was like professional Discord, but I don't know. Enhypen's Jake has been in the news because of a Sasaeng, which is of course an overly obsessed fan, who took a picture of him on a plane while he was sleeping. Now, of course, the photos that I'm going to show are blurred out. I think, it's one thing to take a picture of someone without their permission in a public space. I don't know, what do you consider an airplane? But I feel like it's a whole other can of worms to take a picture of someone in such a vulnerable state. When you're sleeping, you're just obviously not aware of things. Like, you could be drooling, you could be snoring. It's such a terrifying thought. And Enhypen fans call out Sasaeng for snapping photos of Jake on a flight. So she was basically taking pictures of herself and then just taking straight up photos of him over the plane seating. The Sasaeng has shown such behavior repeatedly. On another occasion, she positioned the camera such that she could take a selfie with Jake in the background. She also captioned it, "Puppy who slept throughout the entire flight." Not just selfies, but she would also take photos of him over the seat's barrier. Once again, his face has been covered for his protection, but she uploaded it without any mosaic. And people are alleging that she's been doing this with other idols that she likes as well. This really brings me back. I mean, of course, stop doing that. That's weird. But it definitely brings me back to the story that we read in the last video about real Sasaengs versus just really rich fans who follow their idols around on official schedules. The person in the post is basically saying like, these people will literally book the same flights as their idols, buy them luxury goods, drop the goods off and leave and not even talk to these people. And the person who wrote the post basically said that these people aren't Sasaengs. These people are just really rich people who want to be close to the idol but are still respectful of them. Whereas Sasaengs tend to be quite broke, so they do sketchy stuff like that. They probably save up a lot of money just to get on that one flight with that idol, and then they do really weird things like that. Some people in the comments were like, if you're following your idol around, that's still weird. I don't think just because you're rich it shouldn't be called a Sasaeng or not a Sasaeng or whatever. But it definitely made me think of that post, because in reality there are probably a lot of people who know every idol's move, who probably follow the idol around but are very quiet about it, don't post about it. It's just, to have the money to do this stuff. Speaking of discussions, here is our discussion of the day. Am I getting too old for K-pop, or was K-pop better when everything wasn't perfected? I love this because I've been talking about this for ages, how K-pop has just become so perfected. Duh, that's the title. So let's take a little look at this. I swear I'm not an old man screaming at the TV saying things were better back in my days. If the shoe fits, just wear it. But in my opinion, K-pop was a lot more interesting when everything wasn't done expected to be perfect. In today's environment, everything is expected to be perfect. Performances are synchronized. Everyone is an all-rounder. Everyone is whitewashed. They all get hair extensions to make their hair fuller. I think about this every day. I will get back to that. Makeup in all contents. Even reality shows or film dance practices where it's supposed to be natural. That is for sure a criticism that I hear a lot. And I just don't think you guys understand. Like, it's fun to reminisce about the past, but you also couldn't learn dances very well because not only were the dance practices so crappy, they just wouldn't post them. So the perfection is actually kind of good because not only do you get so many different angles of the dance, but you get it in like 4K, whatever, even what's more than 4K, 12K, and they're very consistent with it. So in some ways, I do think the perfected aspect is good, because in second gen, like, sometimes they'd post a dance practice, but I kind of get it. People are like, what happened to dance practices that looked like dance practices? And they show like BLACKPINK's earlier dance practices, and it's like, I mean, I don't know what was so amazing about that. Maybe it's just like the vibe or something. But, you know, if you're going to put the playing with fire dance practice versus the how you like that pink background fancy dance practice, I'm going to pick the fancy one. But that's just me. Anyways, but about the fuller hair with the hair extensions and everything, I think about that a lot. I literally think about that every day. I have nothing else to add to that except that I think about it every day. The need for visuals has made performances a bore. Talented but decent looking trainees get overlooked or don't even make the lineups. Instead, visuals with severely lacking skills are often put in. Lip sync and robotic autotune is normalized as a result. Idols can barely lift a finger, but fans will like and retweet Mother and make everything trend or viral. That's more of like my point of view when it comes to the perfection, that people go on stage and they give you absolutely nothing. Their face never moves an inch. There's no stage presence, but any screenshot you take of them, their face looks amazing. It's like you will not catch them slipping. So if you take there's no bad screenshots anymore because their face doesn't move. And I'm not talking about Botox plastic surgery. It's just, I feel like a lot of idols are actually told to just never move their face. Just keep a really nice face. Fans are going to eat it up because they really only care about visuals these days. And you see it. Fans literally do. We see it all the time. If there is an actual live performance where, God forbid, there's a mistake, well, suddenly you're untalented. You don't deserve to be an idol. What did you train all this time for? Because you're untalented. But if that same person would have lip synced that stage, that criticism would have never existed. So I definitely see that. Admittedly, I am an older fan, but it seems like kids don't care about actual good singers. Instead, they like the successes and online influencer aspect of it. Yes, I know K-pop has never been about talent, but selling an idol image. But singing has always been part of performance, and even the less talented idols back then could mostly hold their own 15 to 20 second parts. But now it's essentially glorified dance crews. The older I get, the more I realize why K-pop is for kids and teens in Korea, and their viewership ratings on shows always do horribly. I begin to enjoy and value talents and other things more, like singers, musicals, actors, and actresses who are often a lot more interesting on variety shows rather than repeating the same stories about who gets which parts or killing point or some scripted imitation talent. It's like wiping a window sound with fake reactions from the host. Who is this person referring to? Who is doing wiping a window sound? Hope this gets posted, and what do you think? I would love to know what you think about this. There are some aspects where, you know, I do appreciate, that's the most horrible thing, because I am a second gen stan. I love live vocals and I love live performances, but the deeper I get into fifth gen K-pop, when I do hear a live stage, suddenly I'm like, oh my God, like it's so foreign to me. And I'm like, that sounds so sloppy. It sounds so weird to hear a live stage these days because it's not perfected. And I'm just so used to not hearing anything at all. So when I do hear those live stages, it is a shock to my system. And I get mad at myself because I'm like, this is literally what you want, but it's just not what I'm used to anymore. So I'm really curious about your thoughts on this. Let's read some of the comments actually. A lot of it is nostalgia because there were plenty of mediocre talents and repetitive concepts in second gen. That's not wrong, but I also think that generation was marked by a more genuine drive for music / performance. Like second gen performances were performances even if they sucked, absolutely. Whereas a lot of fourth gen content feels like really overproduced dance practices. A lot of it is because of COVID, but we're getting further and further removed from lockdown, and K-pop is still moving like it did in 2020 low key. I definitely feel like second gen gave people the opportunity to make mistakes, and it wasn't the end of the world. This is an example that I give all the time. 10 years ago, if an idol made a mistake on stage, it would end up in a funny compilation of mistakes that they've made. But these days, if an idol makes a mistake on stage, they're untalented. They don't deserve to be part of that group. What did they train so long for to just be so untalented? It becomes a whole scandal, whereas before people could just laugh about it. So there's literally no wonder why performances have changed to become more perfected, to be less live, to be more this, more that. Let's move on to Kpop Shenanigans, which are basically fun little things that have happened in K-pop recently and or quick news. So we have Uki and Minnie from G-Idol who are coming back. So it was previously announced that they had gone to the hospital for fever and quote worsening health condition, but it seems they are resuming their activity. So luckily, because of course they just had their comeback with Super Lady. So Cube announced, starting with Mnet's M Countdown, Uki and Minnie will be performing on music shows this week. All Hours announced their fan club name. This is my first time hearing of this group, but I love reacting to new light sticks and fan club names with you guys. Maybe we'll learn a little bit about their lore. So the fan club name is the play on words minute and mine. Minute? Okay, matching the name All Hours, play on the words of hours and hours. Oh, all hours? All hours? I see. Interesting. What do you think? I have a lot of things to end this video with. We have our K-pop song of the day, my K-pop dream, and a comment response section. So starting with our K-pop song of the day, it's actually Loco by Itzy. I didn't love this song at first, to be honest, but I'm trying to think what drew me to it. I think it just played on a playlist and I was like, oh, I like it now. I just decided out of the blue that I liked it. Obviously, you guys all know this song. It just grew on me. I don't know the lyrics. So yeah. I don't know. We're getting to it. Okay, and then my K-pop dreams. So I finally had a K-pop dream last night. I had multiple, but I only wrote down one. And as I was writing down my K-pop dream, I found another dream that I wrote down that I completely forgot that I wrote down. Now, I don't remember this dream, but let me read it to you because it's a little confusing. So I'm in an idol's room. I look at the toilet. There's a game controller and camera combo. I click it and the TV comes on, and so many male idols were playing this game. And I wrote fully clothed because I guess I needed to make sure it wasn't like a creepy thing going on. They were just like playing games in the bathroom, like video games. But I was so grossed out and calling for help that I didn't even wait to hear the instructions of the game. Oh my God, what? I'm kind of remembering it now. Like the game controller camera combo came out of the toilet so you could play. but I was grossed out and I wanted out. I don't know which idols were in this dorm room, but which idol would have a game console come out of the toilet? Let me know in the comments. But my newest dream was a lot sweeter. So it's always Nujin's Danielle, always. So she was showing me her sticker collection and she had a bunch of cockatoo stickers. And of course, we were bonding over that. She's literally from Australia and I literally love cockatoos. So it was beautiful. But okay, if you guys have been keeping up with my K-pop dreams section, you will know that Min Hee-jin has a beef with me in my dreams. Because it always comes down to this, where Nujins invite me to their dorm, but I'm like, Min Hee-jin won't let me. So Danielle literally says that she wants to show me more of her collection and that I should stop by their dorm later. But because of Min Hee-jin's long-standing beef with me, I knew I wouldn't be able to. And that's what I wrote down. So that's my K-pop dream. They don't happen as often anymore, but when they do, I'm always so excited to share them with you. And sometimes I feel like they come true to an extent. So keep your eyes out for Danielle and a cockatoo. I feel like we're going to see that kind of interaction. Or maybe, oh my God, I just had a really bad thought about like Adore versus. As for our comment response section, I want to read to you a little, oh no, I think I lost the DM. It was so funny. RIP, it was literally someone being like, JK, I found it. I'm just gonna leave this comment here, but why are you blatantly lying to viewers on your YouTube about Ahyun returning to Baby Monster? Because YG never announced anything. Ahyun's parents already announced recently that she was at Cube Entertainment and might not go back to YG at all. So do your research before posting anything. Who told you her parents confirmed she went to Cube? Let's move on to the TikTok segment. I have a couple of TikToks to share with you guys today. As always, every single TikTok will be linked below if you would like to check them out. So in the last TikTok thing I shared with you guys that there's a Sami Landry post for every K-pop scandal going on. And this one goes perfectly well for Sasaeng's. More idols should be telling Sasaeng's this, if they could. And they should. Okay.
Moi j'ai une bonne idée. How about you fuck off? Back up. Back up. You like it?
Literally, if only Jake. No, obviously we know idols could never, but that's why Sami Landry is here to be the voice. We love Sami. Okay, I've been trying so hard to avoid Ateez tour spoilers because, I don't think they're going to come back to Canada just because I don't know. I'm a pessimist. I feel like they won't. Like, who wants to come back here? They went to Hamilton. Like, it didn't smell that good. So I've been trying to avoid tour spoilers, but as an A-Tinny, allegedly, I have not been able to. So here's innocent child gets unalived in the chocolate factory, Willy Wonka. It feels about right. Why was he dressed like Willy Wonka? I mean, I feel like that probably wasn't intentional, but the vibes were definitely there. Okay, bro, I just found out that dun 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 in the money outro means money in Korean. I wanted to talk about this because can we play a segment? Dun 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 dun. Is she really saying, because money in Korean is 돈, right? 돈, money in Korean. But is she saying dun? Like, is she just being like dun, 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 dun? Like, is it just like a fun little sound? Or is she really like is there like a slight little T sound to it and an O sound? Dun 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 dun. What do you like? At first I was like, obviously not, but like if we're listening super closely, do we hear a little bit of like a TO sound? What do you think? Leave it in the comments below, because obviously dun 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 dun. But if it's like dun dun dun, I can maybe we could stretch it a little bit. Next up for Lisa, I did promise we would talk more about Lisa. So finding out that Lisa's outfit here was a recreation of a childhood stage outfit, her younger self would be so proud of Lisa now. So let's see the childhood outfit in question. So what do you think? Do you think it is a recreation, or do you think she's just so happened to wear something gold and people found like that clip of her and they're like, "Oh, it's a recreation." Do you know what I mean? Did she say that anywhere? Cuz otherwise I don't know. I'm a little skeptical, I'm not going to lie. Me at age 12, me age 12 when someone on Twitter told me to stan BTS.
Heaven knows lives here. Stan red velvet. I don't know what the hell that means. Hey Queen, was about to rob this house, but you
It's the cutoff. The cutoff is just so perfect. So this isn't funny or any. Oh my god, let me stop that screen recording. That's gonna take so much space on the computer. Okay. This isn't funny or anything, but Pickin from EXO, of course. I guess he did a fan meeting of sorts, and I just wanted to share these live vocals because absolutely beautiful, stunning. This is what we could get. Like, can you guys? We could have this. We could have. This is what we could have. What's this could be us, but it's not. Damn it. Okay. When a fan asked Chan for vitamin D, and he showed his pills.
Hey, can I have your vitamin D? My vitamin D.
Stop. Oh, that's something I would do though. Like, I wouldn't have gotten that. But what was the context? Were they talking about vitamin D? Did he just randomly show his vitamin D? Like, I need to know the context of that. Because were they talking previously about vitamin D so then it makes sense with the context? Or did someone just randomly say, "Can I have your vitamin D?" in a different context, and he just randomly pulls out his vitamin D? I need to know. I want to know the nitty gritty details. Okay. POV of the year is 2095, and I'm long dead. But I hear that Dispatch is finally releasing the beef between Jimin and Jonghyun. I don't think this was my era of K-pop. I think I was in a K-pop break. But when I came back, this was the whole thing. Like, Jimin and Jonghyun are beefing, and I never got to be part of the lore. But I just knew about the lore. You know, when you know of something, but you don't know something. So... curious, yeah. So one of you please let me know in the comments. So that is basically it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with the friends you don't have. As for me, I'm gonna get going, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Every time we pop off.